It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Innis Gunn and it's their Rare Oak Pale Ale, coming in at 5.9% ABV. If you can see here in the corner, it's been aged for 32 days. Most of Innis Gunn's beers are oak aged beers, ales, stouts. So there's the bottle cap. Let's get it out into a glass and see what we get. At this stage of the review, I would like to thank our channel sponsors, beersofeurope.co.uk, the largest online beer store in the UK, where you can find beer from America, Germany, Belgium, Scotland, the UK. There's some great beer from most countries in the world. Australia. I bought some beer recently from Poland. Yeah, really happy with Beers of Europe. Check them out, you will too. beersofeurope.co.uk. Now, there's a clever little thing that's going on with this beer, and that is that they've called it a pale ale, or an oak aged pale ale, which would be quite challenging because with the addition of hops, if you were to age a beer, you would lose all that hop freshness. Because these beers like to be drunk fresh. So what they've done very cleverly, I've read this label, instead of using hops, or they might have used a few different varieties of hops, but not that much, they've used the addition of sweet gale, which grows wild in the Highlands of Scotland and was used traditionally as an alternative to imported hops. So because this is some kind of plant extract, it's not going to have that same effect. It's not going to, the hop character is not going to die off. It's not going to lose any of its flavour. So quite a clever thing where they've you've got that maturing for 32 days, the flavour's maturing, nothing's dying down. Anyway, enough of that. One finger, slightly white, off-white head, nice levels of carbonation rising up the middle of the glass. It's not a bottle conditioned beer at all. It's very filtered. It's a cherry red colour. Let's get the aroma. Ooh, you do get a little bit of oak. A little bit of kind of a cherry, berry fruit. And obviously it's that gale, it's an unusual aroma. It's something that I've not tried before, so without any further ado, let's dive in. Cheers. It's carbonated. The first thing I got on this beer was the carbonation levels. Then a toffee, biscuity, sweet taste. And then that obvious gale whether gale gives off a bitterness, it's bound to, unless that's just the hops that's releasing some of that bitterness on the back end. You do get that obvious Innis Gunn oaky, and dare I say it, a little hint of whiskey. Because they use a number of different ways to oak age their beers. Sometimes it's oak casks, sometimes it's whiskey casks, sometimes it's oak chips thrown into the brew, and it's not in casks at all. It's a definite spirit. I'm going to go with whiskey. It does a little hint of whiskey, a little bit hint of oak. But apart from that kind of cherry, berry, fruit flavour, that toffee, sweet, slightly biscuity taste, there's a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of bitterness on the back end. It's a rounded, slightly sticky mouthfeel. And I think, if I'm honest, I just hoped, or I wish now, that the carbonation levels were just slightly lower. It just seems a little bit too carbonated for, look at it go, for what's actually needed. I think the carbonation's getting in the way a little bit. You're concentrating on that. As soon as it hits your mouth, your tongue, it kind of fizzes away, and you lose a little bit of that initial flavour because you're concentrating so much on that kind of harsh carbonation. Next question is, would I buy it again? Do I like it? I think if I was in the supermarket and this was on offer, if this was like 4 for £5 or reduced to maybe £1 something a bottle, then I'd buy a few for a family party or when I have some people round. But that would be it. They sell their beers at a premium price, especially their rum finish. Their rum finish in Waitrose sells for about £2.50 a bottle. And I like that. Along with the original, it sells for £2.50. But I would spend that on the rum finish. I do like that kind of darker ale. I do like that beer. But this, I think I would pass on it. If I'm perfectly honest, I think I would pass on it. I don't think I would pay full price. I think I would probably wait for it to come on offer and then pick up a few then. It's Innis Gunn are very quickly turning into a brewery. You either love them or you hate them. They brewed a marvellous Irish stout a couple of years ago, which I really enjoyed, but I don't see that anymore. That, for me, is their best beer. I think if that was in the supermarket, I would buy it, but it's not around. This, I would pass on it. Maybe buy it on offer. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. So a 6 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.